Hey, Nick,
Hey Joel,
what did the pig say when it was hot out?
let's head out.
I'm bacon.
That's a good one. Not yet, Porky, but soon enough. Unless it was really dark and we took off a little sliver, cooked it up as bacon while he was still alive.
Why? Why? Okay. I can't wait for your brain fog to be fixed. Hey, we're back!
We're back!
Sorry we were gone for so long. We were summering
Hell yeah, brother!
because it was summer.
It was it was summer and
Mhm.
some people did stuff and some people didn't.
Yeah, some people got busy and some people were sick all summer.
Dying.
It just happens.
That's just
Welcome
That's how life is.
to the Lyme Disease Club.
thanks, brother. I love it so much.
You can cut that out if you don't want your medical history online,
No, I don't care.
but I have it too.
Oh, okay.
I had it, so I got
Once you have it, you have it.
4 or 5, 6 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, mine started out as, well, obviously it started as a tick bite, but the symptoms started out as my right leg was so itchy, and I was scratching it all the time, and I swear I could have taken the skin off of my leg and it would still be itchy. So I went into the doctor's office and they were like, "Oh, you don't have Lyme. You've got poison ivy or poison oak or whatever." And I was like, "Well, I want you to run the Lyme test anyway." And it turns out I had Lyme, so they put me on a steroid regimen for like 4 weeks, and then it went away on its own. Well, it didn't go away. I still have it, but the symptoms
Right.
went away.
It's
How did it come about for you?
um what I thought I had a cold. And by the way, if I stop and pause, it's because I still got brain fog.
Oh, neat.
So we're working on that. I'm
Okay.
hopeful that it goes away by the time school's here.
If not, your class is going to be real fun.
It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be a slow burn. I'm gonna be like, all right, today we're talking about the American Revolution.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
We have beverages. Nick, what'd you bring?
I love transitions. Well, I bought these pre getting sick.
So they're aged.
They've been aged for about a month
Okay.
in my refrigerator.
Oh, okay.
And I went to Hanny's, and my dad loves Baxter Stowaways. I took a picture and said, "Dad, the Baxter's on sale." Of course, I got a pack. I brought it home. The next day, I was starting to feel sick, and so I didn't drink. And so they'd just been chilling in my fridge. They're
Probably cold by now.
frigid. They work at cold brew. But yeah, these are Baxter Stowaways. The IPA, 8.9%. Are they from Lewis?
It's probably on the can.
I'm just trying to remember Lewiston, Maine.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so smart when I can remember that stuff.
I do. Those are one of my favorite go-tos.
I haven't drank much since I've been sick. Obviously,
I don't blame you.
I didn't drink at all while I was sick,
Yeah.
and then I only had a beer. I think when we hung out the other
And
night,
that's fine.
which is totally fine.
That's fine.
No hangovers is good for me,
2 thumbs up.
and so I think I'm gonna probably drink less. Sorry, Jess.
The more you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Well, I don't have one of my regulars. I have a beer that I haven't seen since I was last in Montana. I have Montucky Cold Snacks,
Kentucky.
8%,
What?
8 horsepower.
Woo!
Yep.
Vroom vroom.
No, just kidding. They give 8% of their profits back to local causes.
Okay.
So they're not 8%.
I
They're
was gonna say. No,
they're. It doesn't even say on here how many percents they are.
I'm gonna guess 4.5.
Yeah, it's just like your classic American beer, but it's got cool artwork on it, and it's from Montana.
Is it like a lager?
It's just like your.
Lager.
Are we gonna do a synchron?
I want one of yours. Can I try one of yours?
Oh yeah, please do. No offense, Baxter, but we already know what you taste like.
The man put it Baxter. Calm down.
That's what she said.
1, 2, 3, go. Cheers, and welcome back.
Been waiting for this for a long time. That is refreshing.
That is exactly what I wanted after it was 5 bazillion degrees outside today.
Actual temperature.
Well, no. The actual temperature was 103, which is not commonplace
Where was it? 103.
at my office.
In your office or at
No,
your?
at like outside at my office.
It was 103.
It was 103 degrees.
I think I got up to maybe 90
The
here.
temperature dropped 18 degrees just on my drive from my office up to here.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cooking.
By the way, I already feel drunk.
Maybe they are 8% then. But they're yummy, and they have a horse on them. Can't go wrong with yummy horses. No, wait. We'll just leave that one there.
I am curious what the percentage is.
Good job, Montucky. Hey Siri, how much percent alcohol is a Montucky cold snack?
With 4% ABV.
4%.
This is a happy medium threshold between cheap light.
You're right. It is a happy medium threshold between cheap light beer and hardcore IPAs. It's a perfect lawnmower beer.
Yeah. It's not too high. You can have several of them for a big lawn.
Right.
How
Or
long
small
does
lawn.
it take you to mow your lawn?
So I have downgraded to push mowing my lawn because I want to do some more walking.
Okay.
So it takes me about 3 hours to push mow my lawn.
I was gonna say I've only been past your house once. It's a fairly.
Yeah, it's a small green.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many acres? If I can ask.
One.
One. That's all you need though.
But it's a full acre of yard though.
Yeah.
So
You got your house,
yep.
and then friggin' yard.
Yeah. Yep. So I gotta get some more lawn stuff to take up some square footage that I don't have to mow. Like a really big fire pit or something.
Fire pit. Get a pool, a patio,
No pool. No pool.
a jacuzzi,
I already have that.
and a patio. Let's see what I got. Oh, a
Yeah.
she shed and a
Oh.
he shed.
I have a he shed. We need a she
You
shed.
need a she shed.
Yeah.
Gotta help out Kathy.
Maybe a second driveway. I mean, I don't know.
Might
Just-
as well. But then you gotta plow that or.
no, that could be the summer drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The winter drive is a straight shot, so you just drive the plow truck in once and you're done.
Smart.
And then the summer drive can be, or like one of those horseshoe driveways or something.
If I had the money, I would get the coils that go underneath that warm.
The heated driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of money, but
Do you need to burp?
I just did, and all I was thinking about was that went in my mouth.
What is? We're gonna one of our one-liners is gonna be the episode title. That's the whole. That's where we come up with this stuff.
It's the whole step.
So now that summer is winding down, let's talk about the wind down to summer. So
Clever.
when you were a young lad, what year did you graduate?
2012.
2012. So you graduated exactly 10 years after I did.
Yes.
Okay. So,
This year coming up is my 10-year anniversary.
Are you
for
gonna go?
College.
oh,
With
have you
it.
ever been to a high school reunion?
No.
Neither have I.
I was going to go. I think I had to work. And they hosted it at Old Orchard Beach. From what I understand, in the picture I saw, 2 people went.
Oh no.
To be expected. I mean, you're hosting a high school reunion at a beach.
Right. Who
Right.
wants to? Yeah.
I would have
Especially
gone,
Old Orchard Beach.
except if it was closer.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like the reunion should be where you're from.
right.
I'm from Gardner,
So, it
so
should
the
have
reunion
been-
should be somewhere around there,
right,
not down
like
the
a
friggin'
restaurant / beer garden or something
Yeah.
like that in the town that you graduated in.
My brother hosted. He was the class president. Dude, I'm sweating. Holy smokes! And he had his party at the Quarry in Hollowell. I think. Yeah, that's right. So not many people went, but that seems more appropriate than the beach.
I would have gone to mine, but I didn't want to.
Okay.
So, all right. So you graduated in 2012,
Yeah.
and So what was your initial path after graduation? Did you take the summer off? Did you work?
I worked.
Okay.
I graduated high school. After all the hugs, project graduation, we had a big party and a hypnotist and all this and that. I was like, I'm going to stay in contact with all my friends.
How'd that work out?
100%. It didn't. I occasionally communicate with one friend from high school.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have a bunch of other friends on Facebook that I check in on and see how they're doing. I congratulate them on getting married or having their third kid or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like one guy I talk to maybe once a month. Otherwise, nothing. But left high school, worked at a restaurant for summer, and then I went to UMF. Umph. Go Beavers.
Yeah, I don't have anybody that
I love Beavers.
Who doesn't?
You know, Farmington alumni and
Beaver pride
current
deep inside.
students deep inside.
That's what she said.
Okay, anyways, as you were saying.
So I don't have regular contact with anybody that I went to high school with. If I see them, I'll be like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing?" It was always strange to me whenever I would meet somebody and they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm still best friends with my best friend from high school." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool, man. Do you have you branched out at all?" Or like there was one guy at one of my units who was like he was a fraternity bro, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get back together with all my fraternity bros, and I'm gonna propose to my girlfriend in front of all of them, and they're all gonna hold up a big 'Will you marry me' sign." And I'm like, "That sounds awful."
Some people are into that.
That's fine. If you want to be into the Greek, that's all you. That is not me. No.
Yeah, it's just
I like to have a small core group of good friends rather than a large group of acquaintance friends.
100%. I think it's cool that some of the people that I graduated with in high school, they remain friends. There's a group of kids that still hang out. Actually, there's several groups that still hang out that I can think of. But, and I think it's good for them that they've been able to maintain that friendship for at least 10 years, if not more. You know, just life moves you along and you
Yeah.
distance yourself and
You lose
don't,
contact, and then you reconnect, and then you lose contact again.
and then you just
It's
it's
hard.
a two-way street too.
Yeah.
I can't be the only one making the effort.
No.
It's got to be a two-way. You know, they make effort, and I got to admit, I just haven't made any effort.
And also
And I'm okay with that.
the distance difficulty.
That too.
You know?
We're 2 hours away,
Right.
and
Yeah. Like
I hope they're doing great.
I was in my hometown on Saturday, and I didn't see anybody from high school.
Right.
And actually, sometimes when I go back to my hometown to do whatever, or like go see my parents or whatever, I actually hope that I don't run into people from high school.
Because it can
No
be a little
offense.
awkward.
If anybody from high school is watching this, no offense. It's weird to run into people at the grocery store that you haven't seen in 15 plus years.
Yeah, it's a little awkward because you feel like you have to do small talk.
Well,
I don't like small talk.
my thing is like, okay, I haven't seen this person for 15 to 20 years. If I ask them, how's it going? Do I have to get a 20-year or
You may
like a
depending on the
20-year
person.
recap?
I mean, it's kind of like people that go, "Hey, how you doing?" Generally, people just say, "I'm great, thanks. How are you?"
Yeah.
Unless they, sometimes I'll be the one that's like, "Oh, you know, great," and then I go in for a 5-minute ramble about what's going on, or I'm like, "Oh, I'm actually doing pretty shitty. How are you?" But some people are just like, "Yeah, great, you,"
Yeah.
and
And that's fine. That's fine. And you know, like I'm Facebook friends with a lot of people from high school, so like I know that they're on their third divorce, and I know that they're on their 11th child or whatever. So like,
wow,
how much do we have to small talk about, really?
yeah, that's why.
One core group of good friends.
And if that changes through time, so be it.
Right.
I think that's okay.
Right. I mean, I've got a lot of friends that I could just like pick up with tomorrow, like we just left off, and there would be no gap.
Yeah. I would say it's similar though for me for college. I left, intending to stay in contact with at least 5 to 7 people that I graduated with. One that
Yeah.
I communicate with. He's my best friend still. So that one has remained the same, but the others,
But if you were to walk into like a campfire scenario and all those people were sitting around the same
Be great.
campfire, you could just jump in and have the same conversation, just keep on going.
I would enjoy hanging out with college friends more than high school friends.
Agreed.
Because I feel like the bond.
I don't
you
have any
form-
college friends because I didn't go to college, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah,
I would much rather
Coast Guard.
hang out with my military
Coasties.
friends than my high school friends.
yeah.
No offense to anybody. I'm just saying, like
Yeah, no offense at all for anybody, but
the
fuck
the
no.
the level of camaraderie from 15 to 18-year-old versus like 21 to 30-year-olds is way vastly different.
different. I mean, you from 18 to 21, you change dramatically, and then from 21 to 25, and like I think I've told you, I didn't mature until I was 30, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like typically the male brain doesn't fully develop the frontal lobe until you're in like your mid 20s, and if you're in my case, you're still working on it at 41. It happens.
You'll get there, son. You'll get
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, so it's always fascinating to me watching graduations and when the kids get up there to do their speeches and they're like, we're going to be friends forever and we're going to stay in touch, and not to downplay that or shit on them, but I just wonder how realistic that is. I think it also depends on the size of the graduating class. I
Oh, yeah.
graduated with 100
For sure.
29, and what are the classes here, like 20, so that
Yeah.
probably plays a role. But
Yeah, we started with 102 kids as a freshman class, and we graduated 54.
wow,
Yeah, it was we had one of the highest move away and drop out and stay back rates out of any other class. We're just setting records.
salute you for that one.
So
But you know what, you made it through.
I did, and that's also a trend that is happening throughout the whole state. Like the district that our town is in is losing 12 kids out of the school district every year. Like meaning that 12 more kids graduate than come into the class.
Yeah,
So because people are having less and less kids.
of course.
Because it used to be back in the day, you needed like 11 kids to run your farm because you needed people to milk and drive tractors and
And in case
bake,
a couple of
and
them die from pneumonia, or
you had
something
got
like
some
that,
replacements.
you got to get the replacements.
So now you can have like 2 kids, and that's plenty, and it's plenty. What'd you do this summer besides being sick? Did you do any Civil War type stuff? Did you fight any colonels?
Colonels, definitely not.
Did you shoot at any lieutenants?
No. I did this summer 2 events.
Okay.
I was going to do 6.
Oh,
I missed the one in April because of my knee surgery.
yep.
I went to the camp of instruction, which is just, you're not shooting at anybody, you're just going around drilling. And honestly, I didn't even do any of the drilling because of my knee, so I just sat it out and I was there,
Yeah.
enjoyed it a lot, hung out. I missed a couple of events. One of them was Fort Knox, which was a bummer. I did go to the Sandy River train raid.
Oh, you did?
That one was, but I didn't dress up.
Okay.
I went and I laid down, and I was like, "Holy smokes, it's friggin' hot!" It was like 70,
It's
so it was a
been-
perfect day out. But I was just like, still not great.
Yeah. Although it has been pretty friggin' hot
It's
this
been
summer.
friggin' hot. Yeah, we had all the rain early on.
Yeah.
Now we haven't had any.
Now we are in an extreme drought.
Yep. There is an event this weekend coming up, but it was, I'm not going to say the only weekend, but it was the most affordable weekend for me to go see my brother one last time before he leaves New York City.
Yeah, so you should
So
do that.
I'm doing that. It was either go this past weekend for $260 or something, or go next week, and that's a down and back. or go next weekend. I'm leaving Thursday to Tuesday, $157
Is this on a bus?
plane.
Really? That's a cheap plane ticket.
It is. And I was like, yep,
What airline is that?
Delta.
Delta, you're losing money.
And I thank you for that. And that's with a carry-on, or not a carry-on.
A check
Yeah,
bag?
carry-on. Carry-on. It's a carry-on and a personal item.
Okay.
So
A small backpack and a pillow.
I'm bringing that backpack, and I have another backpack which will come empty, and then my mom wanted bagels. So, New York bagels. Got to get those friggin' bagels. Okay, that was going to be a terrible accent.
That was a New England accent.
Mhm.
Okay,
Apparently I can't do anything except New England.
that's fine.
Anyways, I'm going to get some bagels.
Yeah.
Make mama happy.
Are those like the actual boiled ones?
I have no idea. I've never... Oh, that's a lie. There's one place...
Oh, so you're not getting like street bagel cart bagels.
No, I'm going to I think it's a New York bagel maker.
I hope it's in New York because that's where you're
It's
going.
got to be because I'm not going anywhere else. But there's one place called Bagel Pub, and they do breakfast sandwiches and lox, and they put a ton of cream cheese on their bagels.
Oh, I love it when the schmear is like,
I have to.
yep.
They put so much that I'm taking a knife and I'm like, that's way too much. But that is one of my favorite places to go.
So you should get a bagel with cream cheese and then just a plain bagel, and then you can have two bagels with
Yes.
cream cheese.
Or just say less cream cheese. But that one probably works better.
Just saying. But you're probably not going to have your backpack bagels pre-cream cheesed before you fly them home. That would be my guess.
No.
If you were planning on that, I would
No.
recommend against it.
That sounds really wrong.
Yeah, don't try to take your pre-cheesed bagel through security. TSA frowns upon that.
And the smell.
Oh, that too. But they may appreciate the free bagels that you have to leave with them.
Yeah, there are going to be 24 of them, so
Yeah,
they'll be loving it. This is good beer.
it's delightful. It's a cold snack.
Let's see what else. So, I was sick for all of July, every single day. The first 4 days I was great,
Yep.
and then from July 5 to are there 30 or 31 days in July? 31. 30? It doesn't matter. I was sick for most of July, but now I've had more energy, getting back to walking, doing my knee exercises.
You're on the road to recovery.
I am well, on the road to recovery.
Okay.
Maybe not well, but I'm getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, what have you been up to? Working?
Working, lots of working. I know I said that I was never going to be a business owner again, but now I'm a business owner again.
For what?
Where I work.
Took it back?
So no. So the owner of the business that I work at announced his retirement. And so what he did was, instead of like selling out to a big conglomerate or selling to an employee at the company, he created an ESOP. So we are it's ESOP, employee own stock portfolio.
Yep.
So I think it's portfolio. So basically, all the employees are the majority shareholders of the company. He still retains 40% of his ownership, but he is a non, I guess you call it like a silent partner. So
Yep.
like a non-working, non-input having owner. So he's retired, and good luck to him. He deserves it. He took that company from a 3-person operation, and now we have almost 30 employees. So
That's incredible.
good for him. Now the deal is that you stay with the company for 6 years, and then you're a full share owner of the business after 6 years. It's basically like a 401k on steroids. So you don't have to pay into it
Awesome.
to be an owner. You just have to pay into it with your time, instead of growing a 401k at like 6 to 8%, or if you're looking at people's 401ks this month, negative 4%.
Yeah.
It grows at like 20% pretty steadily every year. So
Wow. And that 6 years starts this year?
it started at the beginning of the ESOP process, which they actually started like the month before I became an employee. So I'm already 1 year into my 6 years.
Excellent.
So yeah, so 5 more years, and then so when you either quit or retire, um, you get 5 large installment payments over the course of a year, and then that's like your buyout basically.
Sweet deal.
So you don't, or you're not leaving the job empty-handed.
Right.
So yeah, but it's kind of not like being a business owner because I still don't have to worry about like the IRS and all that stuff because that the company is still its own entity, but we are all owners. There's actually a lot more ESOPs than I thought there were, just in the state of Maine. Like Food City, the grocery store, is an ESOP.
In Farmington.
Yeah,
I was going to mention that because I always noticed it says employee owned, and I've seen some of those, a lot, or I shouldn't say some, but a decent amount of those signs.
yeah.
Employee owned.
Think. Don't quote me on this. I think Hammond Lumber is an ESOP, possibly. There's a whole bunch of them.
But not Hancock.
Not Hancock.
Just
Hammond.
Hammond.
Yeah, I think it's Hammond Lumber. It's one or the other.
Get your shit
Can't
together,
remember.
Hancock.
That happened.
That's
And
awesome.
I passed my big, gigantic written test for becoming a licensed site evaluator. So now I need to do my field day test, which is coming up TBD.
Okay.
I got an email saying that you're in for the test and it is TBD.
Okay.
Probably in September, possibly October. Probably going to wait for a day when it's monsooning. Because
Of course.
it seems like it's raining every time they do this. And there's some rumblings that it could happen in Carrabassett Valley, which I'm very excited about because the whole thing is about judging soil. And the only soil that exists in Carrabassett Valley is sandy loam with gravel or bedrock. And that's it.
Easy.
Yeah. So hopefully it's easy.
Okay.
But yeah, but there was also a rumor that it was going to be in the county. So we may have been driving 5 to 6 hours north and still being in the same state. Everybody says, oh, Texas is so big, you can drive for 6 hours and be in the same state. You can do that here too. It's like 6.5 hours from Portland to Fort Kent. So
blows me away every time.
the highway doesn't go there. We'll just say that.
Well, you
'Cause
can't
the-
get there from here.
Because the highway stops at Holton.
Yeah.
And then it's just back roads for the last third of the state.
Yeah, that'll be a hotel night for you probably.
Probably 2.
Yes.
Drive up,
Yeah.
stay a night, do the test, stay a night, drive back. Could make it a field trip. Ooh, speaking of field trips, we're going on family vacation!
Woo!
So we are, you and I and Jesse, and my wife, and all the kids, and we are going to Greenville, Maine, to Moosehead Lake. We have gotten ourselves a wicked nice Airbnb for a week,
Wicked nice, dude.
and we rented a pontoon boat for a day, and we're gonna be motor boating and hanging out and chilling. And
Which day is the? Sorry to interrupt. Which day is the?
pontoon boat
Yeah.
Saturday.
Cool.
Okay, so we'll be chilling and boating and hanging out and relaxing because it's like your guys' last week before you have to kick this
We're staying there up until the
up
first
until
day.
the first day of school. Well, not the first day of school, but the first day you have to be here.
Yeah, the first day of teacher workshops.
Teacher workshops, because teachers need to go to school a week early so they can remember how to teach again.
I think it'll be good for me with my brain fog. It'll be a good test.
I could see it kick in just then.
And there's a lot that I still need to do. I have 3 classes, 2 of which I've decided that I'm going to change very minimally, maybe 1 unit, if that.
Okay.
One of them actually I'm just not going to change at all because it worked great. And then 1 class, I feel I should heavily adapt it. So I'm going to spend that week of workshops. I was going to do this, but they are workshops.
They are actually workshops.
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
anyways,
it's fine.
I'm going to spend the week of the workshops focusing on that 1 class.
I think you should do a World War II history class, but you base it solely on like the weapons and equipment, and then at the end of the class, each kid has to do a deep dive onto why they think that their airplane, tank, boat, truck, jeep, whatever is the best piece of equipment in World War II.
This book, I sort of read, but also skim through. What is interesting, it goes.
What's really interesting is that it's Hitler's armies.
So, okay, I don't know if we can post this on YouTube, but it goes into detail on the uniforms, and it talks about the whatever year uniform and how it's camouflage versus and it has the A variant versus the B variant, and then it talks about the issuing between the different armies, and I have never read anything so technical from this book.
Yeah,
Actually, that's a lie, I have, but this is up there.
but I think it'd be neat to have your kids do like a deep dive.
If I should have them like read some of this,
Not this. Like, don't give them any sources.
make them find the sources.
Make them find the sources.
Punks.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of T-block camo?
T-block?
Yeah.
No.
So, T-block camo was developed to be like a camouflage for the Marines to blend into an urban environment.
Okay.
And at some point, they were also supposed to ride around on skateboards while wearing this camo.
Is this a joke?
No. There was going to be the Marines were actively recording skateboarders because they were going to like skateboard around different cities to get around like with their weapons and everything. The T-block camo was designed to like blend in with buildings. So instead of just wearing civilian clothing and having your weapons concealed on you and just skateboard around, you were supposed to like be the building. And then you would go from place to place on your skateboard.
To somewhat defend that, if you
I'll have to look up a
if you
picture
go
of it. It's
in
pretty
cities
hilarious.
with your weapons concealed, then you're considered
Not as a member of the military.
exactly. And so when you are taken by the opposing force, you can be tried as a spy and summarily executed.
It's really bad.
Now, is that
Camo.
from?
It literally
the
it
fat
looks like
electrician?
it looks like Tetris.
Wow. Now that is a sweatshirt.
You look like
Oh, it's so I'm not going to go in focus because you're in focus.
Anyway,
Bring
look
bring
it up.
Bring it right
Ah,
right here. There we go.
yeah, look it up. It's essentially it looks like you're on Tetris, and yeah,
Yeah, you. It's the American version of Finns on skis.
Finns on skis.
Like Finnish people doing their skis.
Oh, I thought you
Going
meant
into combat.
like Finns,
No.
like on a
Finns, like the
57 Chevy.
nationality.
Gotcha. Finnish people on
Finnish
skis.
people on skis.
Gotcha. Which is different than a Finnish carpenter.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
But
Heavily so.
yeah, I think it'd be cool because we had that when I was in high school. We had an entire World War II class, and one of the units was specifically on equipment, and so I did mine on the Corsair
Nice.
because my great uncle flew the Corsair in the Pacific Theater in World War II. So I made this huge, like size of your door here map of the Pacific Theater, and I traced out with string and tacks all of his like missions and where he went to.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I briefly go over World War II, but because the next teacher does it more in depth,
So are you World War One?
I skim over that. But I was told, here's where I'm a little confused.
Okay.
I teach world cultures, so I like to teach ancient civilizations, religion,
How the aliens built the pyramids.
exactly.
Yep.
Uh,
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off there.
No, you're good. It's just my brain, and also this beer's kicking in. Geography, world cultures, and geography. That's what I focus on. Culture,
Which is
geography.
different than geology and also different than geometry.
Yes, which I don't do either of those.
I had a hard time with that in school, and
Oh, the difference there?
Yeah, stay in school, kids.
Geometry, geography. What was the other one?
Geology.
Geology. They all had that geo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult.
So how far
But-
back do you go? Do you go back to like
I'm gonna do Egyptians, Romans,
Okay.
Mayans, and the Mongols.
the Mongols
Yep.
even? Wow.
What I was told is the U.S. history. This is no shade on anybody, by the way. We should just preface that at the beginning, so we don't have to keep saying it.
We talk a lot of we talk a lot of shit on this show, but we mean it from our hearts.
I'm just confused. I'll say why the U.S. history class does not go over the Civil War, and I was told that I should be teaching the Civil War. I'm not opposed
Great.
to teaching the Civil War, as
Great.
you know,
You're the guy.
but I feel like this is the wrong class, and it takes away from things that I already have planned. I don't have the time to go over it
Right.
because when I get into it, Nick's not going to stop.
Maybe that's why you don't have time, because you deep dive too deep.
I really do. But
You don't really have to tell them which loom in which town of which state the fabric for
damn it, Joel, it's important.
the fabric for the tents came from.
There's a difference between the Richmond Depot Type 1 jacket and the Type 2 jacket.
I have made a mistake.
I don't know what they are, but some of my friends would. I do know that there's a Type 1 and a Type 2.
Please help.
But that's something is I show my reenacting gear and talk about the weapons and the uniforms and all that stuff too. So it won't be for World War II, unfortunately, but it will be for the Civil War.
There you go.
I was hoping to do an encampment somewhere on campus, set up my tent, have all my gear spread out.
Make the kids sleep outside
If administration is okay with it, so am I.
in February.
I
Wait,
was thinking more
that could be
September.
part of your Cold War unit.
Have all the kids gathered around the fire.
You're like, okay, kids.
So you're probably wondering what we're talking about today.
No, probably even more like, you're probably wondering what we're going to eat for dinner tonight. It's nothing. Because that's what they ate in Cold War, was fucking nothing.
Now imagine yourselves in the mountains in Korea. You got the Chinese coming after you. There's the Chosin Reservoir, and we're going that way.
I forget what battle it was. It was in World War II. I forget which battle it was, where they needed, but it was in a very cold environment, and they needed ammunition, like munitions airdropped to them, and the munitions were wrapped in wax paper, and the wax paper was twisted on the end, so they looked like great big Tootsie Rolls. And they were trying to defend themselves from the enemy. So they called in. They were like, "Hey, we had shipment of Tootsie Rolls," and whoever was in charge of shipping was like, "Got you, homie." So he sent a plane out, and they airdropped like 14 fucking crates of actual Tootsie Rolls, and they were like, "What are we supposed to do with this?" So they would chew them up and spread them out to fix cracked and broken equipment, and then they just survived off of Tootsie. Oh, they were mad.
Is that Bastogne?
It may have been, yeah. It sounds accurate.
That's funny. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, sort of funny. It's
I mean, a
also
lot of
kinda
people
sad.
died, so it
It's
wasn't
also
that funny, but
sad.
it's funny to talk about now.
But you know, we won.
We did. We are back-to-back World War champs.
And with the champion belt for both world wars. We'll see.
Undefeated.
The undefeated champions. It's tough always winning,
So have you been
except for Korea and Vietnam.
consuming any media over your sick time?
I read a trilogy about Rome as if it had survived into the 13th century, which it did not. It historically perished in the 800s or 900s, one of those two. But anyways,
Okay.
it's the story as if they carried through and started expanding into North America. Conveniently, this is also the time where
How would they?
with ships.
Okay.
They conquered like Norway and Scandinavia, and so they used their technology in addition to the Roman technology to do better seafaring, transport legions over to North America. Conveniently, the Mongols are around at this point, and so the Mongols and the Romans have to fight.
I don't see that
Great
working
series.
out really well.
You'll have to read the series if you want. I can share it. I read 3 books, each like 400 or 500 pages, in 3 weeks.
Wow.
That's all I was doing now. Was reading and sleeping
In reading.
and reading.
Okay.
I watched.
Now, was the Mongols was Genghis Khan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And his
So,
actual name was Chinggis.
okay. So,
Chinggis.
I heard somewhere, probably on a podcast, that he impregnated so many women that I think he actually like changed the genetic code of all of humanity because
100%.
yeah,
Is it like 1%? I heard somewhere it was 1%.
a very large, improportionate amount of people in the world are semi-related to him.
What is 1% of 8 billion?
A lot. It's more than the population of the state. Hey Siri, what's 1% of 8 billion?
800,000?
1% times 8 billion is 80 million.
That's what I meant.
80 million people.
Holy smokes. So I don't know how accurate that is. But
Even if it's only half right, that's still a lot of friggin' people.
yeah, it's crazy. It's
Homeboy was laying it down.
he was laying something down.
He was laying that pipe down.
He was yep. Yep. So, in the same vein, I also watched Rome, the HBO series, which is about Julius Caesar and his assassination, and then the
Oh, so not the one with what's his name in it? Was not the one with Brad Pitt in it.
no,
That's the movie Rome.
That's Troy.
Or Troy. Sorry, that was Troy.
I love that movie.
Wrong
I love that
subject.
movie. And those are Greeks,
Right.
but close enough. Don't tell the Romans that. And yeah, so I did that.
They all wore armor plated skirts.
They did. Oh, something else too.
Have you been consuming any podcasts in preparation for getting this one going again?
No.
Okay.
I may have listened to an episode or two of some random ones that I was trying to decide if I should take a shower or a bath one night. Decided on the bath. I was like, maybe I'll do a podcast. And it was just, I think it was called the Happiness Podcast or Happiness Project or something. It was just something chill to do. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts,
Okay. I do, because I do a lot of driving for work,
and I don't.
and my music library runs thin sometimes.
Fair enough. I do
So-
get tired of either the Elvis or the Mumford and Sons playlist that I have, or the Civil War music, or even sometimes I even get tired of sea shanties.
I can see how that could happen. As a former semi-pro pirate, I can see how that would happen. I mean, if you take somebody else's booty and you repurpose it for yourself, is it still piratism?
I sit corrected.
I'm just saying.
Fair point. Fair point.
That's legal piracy.
That's right. Privateering.
Yeah, sure. Not really privateering, though, if you're literally on the government payroll.
Okay. Word choice.
I'm just
Not
saying.
bad.
I'm just saying. So, I did listen to one podcast, and it was today, actually.
Okay.
So, there's a company called Colossal,
Okay.
and they are a genetics company. And they are planning to repopulate the Earth with extinct species,
Go dinosaurs.
not dinosaurs.
Okay, good.
So, if you had to pick one animal that's gone extinct recently, when we say recently, within the last 20,000 years,
Okay.
So
That's
try to-
helpful. That's helpful to know.
try to remember that far back, which is not dinosaurs. What animal would you pick to repopulate the Earth with?
I would go between either the dodo or what's the other bird that went extinct? Not a pigeon, but a it was semi recently, much
Oh,
sooner
like the
than-
last one that died in the zoo. There was I forget what it was, but there was some like the last of its kind.
It's like
It
a
was
pigeon.
a pigeon. It was
Was it a
basically
pigeon?
a pigeon.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm.
Yeah.
Whatever,
okay,
whatever
yeah.
that bird is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was semi recently. So you'd start with a bird, huh?
Yeah.
You wouldn't start with like something dangerous,
Like a saber-toothed tiger.
like semi dangerous, I guess.
So not a saber-toothed tiger. A mammoth.
So they're working on woolly mammoths.
Heck yeah.
But before they did woolly mammoths, they actually have these things. They are alive, and they have them on a 100-acre ranch, and they're raising them. They brought back the dire wolf. They have actual dire wolf pups on this,
The big ones.
the big ones.
You know, like
It's like a wolf but bigger.
bigger and better.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they brought back the dire wolf, and they're alive, and they are real, and they are, I think, 30% larger than the normal wolves that we have, and I don't think that people realize that like your golden retriever compared to a regular wolf is like a dishwasher compared to a refrigerator, and now you're comparing a refrigerator to an armored car, so.
Nice.
Dire wolves are big and they eat a lot, and they want to reintroduce them. That was their starter.
Is that in the U.S. Their ranch
Oh yeah,
out west?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. And after they did the dire wolves, then they were like, "Hey, now that we made something really big that needs to eat a lot, we should bring back something that it can eat."
Let's bring.
So they're bringing back the woolly mammoth. But before they brought back the woolly mammoth, they had to make sure that they could make the woolly mammoth woolly. So they took woolly mammoth DNA and they spliced it with mice and made woolly mice. So they have these mice that have actual woolly mammoth hair growing out of them. So you can pick up these mice and pet woolly mammoth hair. And now that they've established that they can grow woolly mammoth hair, now they're gonna start working on the woolly mammoth, because now they need to feed these fucking wolves that they made. I have no problem with any of this. Here's my problem, is that you're, as an animal, your animal instincts are put into you by your mother when you're in utero. But since these are essentially test tube babies, they don't have any natural instinct other than, I see something over there and I need to know if I need to fight it, fuck it, or eat it. And that's it. And so they don't have any, like,
Yeah.
they don't have any natural habitat left, first of all. I mean, they do, but it's Wyoming and Montana, which is a lot of cattle farming area, so they're gonna be eating a lot of burger. That's why they have them on this like 500 acre or whatever it is ranch, so that way they can kind of just free range. But there's fences, but so that way they can get reacclimated, and then they're gonna start making more deaf puppies, and then they want to have a breeding population released, and then they're gonna bring back the woolly mammoths, so they have something for them to eat.
I was going to ask how many they're planning on, but if they're going to make them breedable,
They want to make a breedable population.
wow,
Yeah,
that'll be interesting.
yeah.
So would it, if they're doing this,
Uh-huh.
so they're taking the DNA.
Correct. Like the literal description on how they did it in the first Jurassic Park. If you haven't seen that, get out from underneath the rock that you're under and go watch it. But the actual description on how it works is how it works.
So then potentially we could, well, we already can sort of remake humans. Like, is that technology getting there? If we can make friggin' dire wolves.
They were asked that question, and there seems to be like some sort of unwritten, undrawn, invisible line between humans and animals of like, do we want to recreate humans? But because you can recreate a human, but it's not going to be the same person that it was when they
Right.
were alive back in the day. Like you can make a genetically perfect, like not perfect, but genetically, well, a genetic carbon copy of pick your terrible person from history, and
I was just gonna go with you or me, but okay, we can
well,
go that route.
just like go back any like dictator or whatever.
Let's bring Chinggis back.
Okay, bring back Chinggis Khan, and you plunk him in today's society. He won't be what he was back then. He'll just be a regular.
And plus, the whole growing up is different. So
Yeah.
the DNA is the same.
DNA is the same, but
so
the
they
culture is
essentially look
different.
the same,
They'll look exactly the same
but just they.
and sound exactly the same when they talk, but but they'll grow up in today's society,
But Chinggis Khan with a Mainer accent.
or like a Texan accent.
I'm not gonna try to do a Texas accent right now. That would be embarrassing.
So, the looks will be there and the DNA will be there, but the personality won't. So
It is interesting.
what are you really bringing back? And that's this. You can pose the same question with the dire wolf. Like, are you bringing back the dire wolf, or are you just making big wolves bigger? Either way, if they get released on the landscape, they don't have any natural habitat really left. So, and the first thing they're going to do is go to the nearest food source, which will, I mean, honestly, it'll probably be like a dumpster behind a Safeway or something.
When did they go extinct?
15,000 years ago.
So I imagine the landscape
Oh, it's
was
changed.
vastly different.
It's vastly
that-
different.
Was that
Oh.
during an ice age?
Trying
What was
to
our
remember.
last ice age? 20,000 years ago?
They went extinct during the last ice age, I believe. Someone's going to tell me I'm wrong, but I think that they went.
And it's okay. We all make mistakes.
Let me verify, because I did have all this information pulled up ahead of time,
I got a guy.
just to be sure. Yes, the extinction event is linked to the end of the last ice age. So they were so they were thriving during the ice age because they were one of the few animals that could run across the top of the snow.
And they obviously had a thick layer
Oh, yeah.
of
They are furry.
they are furry, so they're not going to really enjoy,
They're
climate
not going to
change.
enjoy the heat of the summer. No,
Not that climate change is a thing or anything.
they're not.
But-
They're not going to enjoy the global warming that we've got going on right now. Like these 103-degree days during the summer, they are going to be
I'm still
standing balls deep in a
amazed
cold creek somewhere, cooling off.
because it's only an hour for you to get to your office.
Yeah,
An hour drive, an 18-degree difference.
and also like 1,500 feet in elevation lower.
That's besides the point. No, just kidding. Wow.
So why they started with a wolf, I don't know, but they were, I guess, go big or go home. Way to go, guys.
Yeah, they really should have started with a saber tooth.
Well, it's kind of like on Jurassic Park when they were like, why would you bring back velociraptors? This is a terrible idea.
It really is.
Also, fun fact that I learned on another podcast is that velociraptors were not nearly as terrifying as they made them in the movie, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were somewhat less terrifying.
They were the size of a turkey,
So they were essentially the size
of
of the baby ones.
a today's turkey.
Because the little baby ones are about the size of a turkey in the movie.
Yeah, like they were like knee to hip high on you.
Okay. I mean, it's still scary.
I mean, it's still scary because they hunt in packs, but it's like, I mean, like, I feel like I could take a turkey.
One.
A turkey.
Yeah. And then imagine
But,
that turkey with talons and...
yeah, but if you grab
Bunch of
onto it and
bros.
start swinging it at the other ones.
Hold on. I am picturing it.
Like, pointy end first.
Yeah, yeah. And hold it by the throat.
And just whip it around.
It's like how you break a neck.
So, like, on the, I don't know, like the second or third Jurassic Park, there's like 11 of them now. The little tiny
Yeah.
thing, like, that's more representative of how big they were. Yep.
Still
Still terrifying.
terrifying.
When they hunt in packs of 40, it's probably even more terrifying.
40. I was thinking more like 5, and even that would be
I'm just saying.
rough.
Like a whole herd of death lizards that are the size of an overgrown chicken.
No thanks.
Yeah, no.
No
Nope.
thanks.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Speaking of time to be alive, if you had to pick a time frame, I know what you're gonna say, but if you had to pick a time frame that you could rewind to and live there for no escape, live there for a year.
Only a year.
A year.
Oh.
And at the end of the year you have a choice of whether or not to go back.
Permanently.
But you can't undo your choice once you make it.
I would say 1956.
Does that have something to do with Elvis?
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah, and music and cheap burgers.
Everything.
Cheap everything.
Yeah.
I mean, minus the Cold War and racism and all that. I mean, I think it was great.
Yeah, but a door-to-door vacuum salesman could afford a house.
Exactly.
So
I could afford
there's that.
at least one house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if I could have been born in 1946 or 47 and then
So be the
gone through,
so you'd want to be the child of
I'd be the baby boomer.
yeah. Okay.
I'm okay with that.
So, no, you'd be the child of baby boomers. Right? Because aren't baby boomers the one that came back from the war and made a bunch of babies?
Maybe you're right.
I think that's accurate.
You might be right.
And I think that people calling our parents' generation boomers is incorrect because
True.
the boomers were their parents. Because it was the
Well, my grandparents
it was
were
the-
born in the 30s and 40s.
right, but they would have been old enough or within that age range.
I would have wanted to be a baby boomer born in 1947. That's a baby boomer, right? Because they were born during the boom of the after the war.
So what are the okay? So what generation are the folks where the men came back?
The
from?
greatest generation.
Okay, so it goes the
Right?
greatest generation. Yes,
Yeah, greatest generation.
that was
baby
Tom.
boomers.
That was Tom Brokaw's
Yeah.
book. Yeah. So greatest generation, and then the
Boomers.
babies of World War II essentially
Yeah,
are the baby boomers,
yeah. And then
and then our parents' generation
Y
is Generation X.
or X.
Well, it's
millennials.
I am at the end of Generation X.
Right.
So I'm technically a millennial, but I identify as Generation X because I was a latchkey kid. Like, I just the bus dropped me off, and I had to hide a key, and I would just go home and do my thing until my parents got home. I didn't have after school programming or anything. But anyway, so
Hashtag millennial.
so Generation X
Well,
was
we should do that again real quick. That's going to be our. Alright, it's going to be our.
that was more of a T, but okay. So Generation X is like me back.
I think Generation X is 1955 to 19.
There's no way it's in the
75.
50s, is it?
I know they're about. Each generation is roughly 20 years,
Okay.
give or take.
All right.
It could be 60 to.
Because they
80.
say that Generation X ended at 81.
That okay.
So-
So then I would say 50. Was that 60,
61.
61 to 81?
Okay.
That
That makes
checks out.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. Baby
Yeah.
boomers would be 45 to
65.
65 or
So there is
69. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway.
Different people have different
Yeah.
numbers,
Yeah.
but it goes greatest generation, baby boomers, X, Y, Z.
Now we're into Zennials.
or I think are we past?
Well,
millennials?
okay. The kids that are at school right now, like that go to
Yeah,
this
yeah.
school, are Z,
Okay.
and now we're in Generation Alpha.
Alpha. We go back.
Yep. So anyway, you'd want to go back to
So if I could go back for life, I would say
late boomer.
early boomer, like
Early
40,
boomer.
even 45 to
Okay.
49, and then that way, I grew up in the 50s. You know, the diners and stuff.
Oh yeah, like the
Like-
drive-ins and the cars and the
Mhm.
poodle skirts.
And again, it wasn't all daisies and whatever another metaphor I could use right there that I can't think of.
So, and the metaphor though is that you go back as you are right now. Like you're your age when you go back.
Yeah, so then I would do the 50s
Yeah.
at my age. But growing up as a young kid in the 50s, I think would be fine too.
Yeah.
And then being like an adult in the 60s, minus potentially going to NAM, I would definitely not want to do that.
See, that's
So,
why I think that going
I'd be a
back
teacher again.
at your age or my age, even going back to like, let's say, the day after we dropped the surface of the sun in Japan.
Okay.
That's when you
August 16, 1945.
right.
I think I'm right. I'm not totally sure.
That's when you would. I really wish that they had called that Enola Gay Day.
It should.
They should. So from there, like I would show up when I was 40. So by the time Vietnam rolled around, I'm too old.
No offense, but you'd already be too old.
Still, just saying. Like
Like-
you'd be too old.
I would be too old.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they would be
So-
going for 18 to 24.
Yeah.
So
I just feel like that was like prime America, when it was like neon lights everywhere and
yeah. I
kids,
60s
kids
and
playing
70s
outside instead of inside.
60s and 70s would be cool,
But
but
60s and 70s would be cool.
it would just be the amount of racism and assassinations. I like the music. I don't.
Yeah, but think of all the good stuff too. Like
There was a lot of good stuff.
like OG Woodstock.
Oh, dude.
Just saying.
So
It'd be a good time.
New York was absolutely nuts
Oh,
as far as crime and everything.
yeah.
So I could get in with like the Irish mob or something, and I'd be doing pretty great.
And what? Just like murder people in the streets for fun?
I didn't say that.
Okay. No one said that.
Log behind.
Yeah.
So yeah. What year did you say?
Oh, I didn't pick one. I guess I would want to, because I'm old enough that I could go back to the start of World War II, and I would be too old to go to battle.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be, like building bombers and tanks and aircrafts and whatever in a factory somewhere.
You'd be a home guard. You would be like
They might put me in charge of an internment camp or something.
you would be Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life, and he goes around and makes sure everybody pulls down their shades for nighttime. Did you know that there were?
And to be fair, to be clear, I don't want to be in charge of an internment camp. That was the worst thing that our government ever did. That was really dumb.
Yeah, but we won. I'm not saying you don't know. It was a terrible thing.
It was even
It's literally, not literally, but it's similar to what we're doing now.
well, I mean, yeah,
Not to that degree, but
you were
pretty close.
I mean, people got pulled out of their houses and their businesses were sold and they didn't get any money for it, and they were just like,
they were forced into Californian camps.
were they all in California?
I don't know, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Close.
Okay,
Not 100% sure.
but yeah, that was like, I think that was the darkest moment for us. I think. Get out of here,
I think
Lime.
It was the beer on that one.
Get out of here, Lime.
Okay. It's good to be back.
You and your tick brain. Thanks, everybody.
That's a wrap.